What's up, guys? How are you? I'm back. It's me, your brother Hebot. I'm going to do a quick video, and this video is basically going to be my thoughts on the whole shutting down of Mixer, from Microsoft's decision, right? So, look, let me start by saying that first and foremost, it really is unfortunate and really does suck that a lot of people have put a lot of time, effort into the Mixer platform, doing video streams and building up their own community, right? And followers. Which is very unfortunate. I use Mixer myself. I really like Mixer. I think it's the best streaming service, even though it's lacking some of the other features that others have. But now we understand why it didn't have them at the same time, because of the fact that it was not growing. It was not making no growth whatsoever. And Microsoft was putting in a lot of money with this partnership right from the beginning. It's been out for a little over 4 years, maybe almost 5, and still no growth. Even now during the quarantine and pandemic that we have been facing, for what Phil and the reports say, that Mixer only grew 0.2, while YouTube and things like Twitch have grown exponentially, a lot in numbers. So, that makes a whole lot of sense in why they basically had to cut the cord. Because, at the end of the day, if you're making investments in something and you keep investing in it, and don't see any reward or profit, then you're basically throwing away money, right? And for what Phil said, Mixer was attached to the Xbox gaming division. Now, had Mixer been attached directly to Microsoft as a company, maybe perhaps they could have afforded to invest a little bit harder and continue the investment a little longer just to see, taking a little bit more chance. But since it's attached to the gaming division, my belief, and I guess my suspicion is that Phil realized that it was something that was detrimental to the division as a whole, because now that chunk of money they were putting onto Mixer was basically taking away from them possibly acquiring other studios, putting the money towards more new dedicated IPs, to the cloud gaming service, to grow Game Pass, and even to help the launch of the Xbox Series X, perhaps putting more money to launch it in other countries that are a little bit more expensive to do on day one, right? That's okay, you can do that on day one, right? Like launching it, let's say somewhere in Europe that usually is harder to do, and they could use that money towards that. And again, I'm not trying to damage control, because I don't feel it's something that needs to be damage control anyway. I think they took a chance, which Sony doesn't have a streaming service, and neither does Nintendo. So nobody can sit there and talk and criticize it, because the only person that tried to do it, or the only company that tried to do it, was Microsoft. They tried to do the endeavor, but the reality of it is YouTube and Twitch is too big of a brand and too big of a platform. I mean, these things have been around for more than 15 years already, and they're just too big, right? too many people just pay attention to those platforms, especially the casual marketplace. And Microsoft did what they could. They did what they could. I mean, they brought, exclusive content programming to Mixer. They brought in, people like Shroud and Ninja to try to see if it would engage interest and bring awareness, and people would go check out Mixer, and that didn't work. They also put it on Android iOS, which is Apple devices, and Android devices. So, it's not like they have not tried to promote it and push it. Because when they hired Ninja, they promoted it, they pushed it. We're doing commercials, we saw it all over the place, especially on social media. So, it's not like they didn't try to push, the Mixer property platform or, brand, right? Then, of course, there's some rumors coming out that, because of course, there's still rumors as long as nobody works there, we don't work there for sure. We don't know really what goes on behind closed doors. So that means, yes, it could be true rumors, or no, it could be fake or false allegations. But supposedly, some of the head guys running, Mixer, or doing abusive racial things to certain employees, which is bad press. It's bad press. So I'm pretty sure Microsoft probably didn't want to have to cater to that because, remember, when it's somebody like, let's say, Sony, right? People are more understanding. They use their logic. They, they approach it with like, let's see what happens. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's hear both sides of the story and defense. And they're very logical. But when it comes to Microsoft, we all know that oh no, Microsoft is horrible. Microsoft are the evil enemies. Microsoft, they just love taking people for fools and advantage of them. I've seen so many people after the announcement of Mixer that gave not one care about Mixer, having the audacity to do videos about it and talking about how Microsoft is this evil entity. Okay? I've seen people that talk always about things without really knowing and admitting that they never watched the programming. Like Blunty, he admitted he didn't follow nobody in Mixer, that he didn't see nobody in Mixer. And then you wonder why they closed it. Because I would love to see one person tell me who on Mixer that that is big, has a big following, that making a lot of cash dough money flow. As far as I know, I don't know nobody, but there's people on Twitch. You mentioned their name, people know already real quick. Oh yeah, that's this person. Same thing on YouTube, because they're bigger platforms with bigger entities, right? And bigger streamers. Unless it was Ninja, obviously, and Shroud, and that just happened within the last year, right? So, everything comes with a risk, and not everything's going to work out and pan out for your favor. I seen also guys that come to mind, like John Campia. John Campia don't play games. John Campia don't know jack shit about how the streaming service works with gaming. He don't know nothing. But yeah, he had the nerve to put a post on YouTube and probably do a video about how Microsoft is this horrible enemy. But yet he's always sucking on Sony when he don't play video games, doing playthroughs of the cutscenes of their games when he don't play games. Or because of Spider-Man property, giving Sony props when he don't know shit about Sony and how they do things. Because he is a clickbait artist. He knows what attracts attention to get clicks on his views and his videos. It's all to keep that traffic going. That's all it's there for. And that's why I say these guys are just shills and fakes. They do it for propaganda reasons. They don't do it because they actually care about the topics that they're actually talking about and presenting in their thumbnails or in their description of the title or even in their videos. They're full of crap. Everybody's out here just worrying about, let me become a star. I'm a movie star. I got people that follow me. I'm going to fool them because most people don't have their own thought process or use their own brains. So I'm going to keep on doing what I do best to keep my channel growing. And, I can't hate them for it because if it works for them and the people follow them, hey, listen, shame on the people that are dumb enough to follow them, not them. You can't hate the player. You got to hate the game, like they say, right? Old saying. As cheesy as it may sound, it's a fact. So, do I feel horrible about it? Yes, because one of the best things about Microsoft's Mixer platform is that, and shout outs to Dorian because he said it to me a while ago, and I really didn't pay attention until I actually paid attention, right? That it's good because you can connect with actual people within the Xbox Live community that are playing games and they're, I guess, ignorant, right, to the stupidity of social media and YouTube and Twitter, and they're not following that toxic behavior or mentality or community, right? They're really there because of games. So making connection with these people directly is more personal, and it makes it more worth the effort because these people are not going to come to your channel and be like, oh, look at you, like they do me. You look like a grandma, or you're a transsexual. All kinds of shit been said to me on my comments because these are the people coming from YouTube, from Twitter, that they're toxic. They're just garbage. As a human being, they're garbage. They're worthless. They have nothing else better to do but troll because they have no lives, right? And because they're ignorant and childish, right? You don't have to worry about that when it came to Mixer because you were dealing with people that were actual gamers playing games. And that made Mixer very special, very unique and different. So I understand the pain from a lot of people. I'm not talking about the people trying to capitalize like Blunty or like John Campia, trying to capitalize on views to get clicks. No, I'm talking about the people that actually cared about the platform, that used the platform, that know what it was designed for and what Microsoft's goal was and what they were trying to do. So, it sucks. It's horrible. And it always sucks to try to start from scratch all over again with anything we do in life. But, sometimes when you restart, it sometimes works out for the better and benefits you in a lot of ways. So we got to try to take it with a grain of salt and go, and stride and go one day at a time. And no, I don't have a right to talk about those guys that have maybe 50,000 followers or 100,000 followers. I apologize to you guys because I know you put in a lot of work, and I'm not trying to undermine the things that you guys have done. But at the same time, you guys are not big enough to think Microsoft could keep you open because of the hard work you put in. It's like anything. Like you're working in a company, you could be fine today, and then tomorrow, like IKEA, you could be working for them for years and be a manager and making all this money. And then, let's say, because of the pandemic, they lost all this money. Now they have to close down. There's no control. They have no choice. It is what it is. That's an example that I can think of really quick. It happens. It comes with the territory with any business or any endeavors that people do and create. Okay? It's not fair. Life isn't fair. Everything's not meant to be successful. But they clearly said that, obviously they made it aware to Facebook Gaming to have people go over there. And Facebook has had good growth. And yes, I know Facebook has issues talking about that they gave people's information, things like that. I'm pretty sure Microsoft is not going to be that dumb to give Facebook the ability to get to people's information. They're not going to do that. Okay? Because Microsoft has always been about security. And then if you go to YouTube and Twitch, that's even fine. But the difference there, remember, is YouTube and Twitch is too big. So you're going to be overshadowed. So if your whole excuse and reasoning for being on Mixer was because it was a smaller platform that people can have notice on you and pay attention to you that they normally wouldn't on Twitch or YouTube, then think about if you go to YouTube or Twitch now, if it's going to change. It's not going to change. It's going to get worse because YouTube and Twitch has hundreds and probably thousands of people every day that join the platform and start their own channels. Okay? So it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse, and you'll be caught. If you get any recognition whatsoever, you're lucky. Any whatsoever. So again, not to undermine anybody's decision or disrespect anybody's decision or saying that you're stupid if you want to go to YouTube or Twitch. I'm just saying, realistically speaking, where do you have a better chance to survive and be noticed? Where there's less traffic of well-known and bigger entities, which would be Facebook gaming. And I truly feel that that's how it is. I truly feel that way. So, can you check if they know when this will be open, please? So, if you know, if you think of it that way, then you'll understand the angle that I'm coming from. We're going to be overshadowed. So I'm going to take the chance and try to go to Facebook gaming, and try to build something from there. When I do my streams and things of that nature, eating some carrots for brunch, because I feel that's where I have the best chance and opportunity to be seen and to have a following, right? Because even on Mixer, I wasn't really getting a following. With all the people that follow me on my channel on YouTube, they wouldn't go. But I never really mentioned that. I just put it in the description that I have a Mixer channel. So maybe that's the reason why too. But again, I think Microsoft's decision was a decision they knew was going to give them a lot of backlash, and that they probably didn't really genuinely want to do. I'm pretty sure it was a very hard decision for them to do, knowing that so many people love Mixer, even though the growth hasn't been there. So we can't hate them for it. We can't be mad at them for it, because it just makes sense from a business standpoint, and from the standpoint that it was attached, again, like I said, to reiterate, to the gaming division. And the gaming division, meaning Xbox division, right now, they have to dedicate it and concentrate more on what makes more sense, which is growing Game Pass, which is acquiring more. Did you knock on the door? Did you knock on the door? That's what I told you to do. Acquiring more IPs, or growing, the cloud-based services, or things of that nature, right? Like they said, or helping with the launch of the Xbox Series X. All those things make a lot of sense, and I think ultimately, at the end of the day, will be beneficial to the Xbox gaming community and gamers in general as a whole. So I think that doing that decision is the right decision. I don't think they meant it to hurt anyone and to, destroy what they created. I think it was just, like there were the casualties of war, unfortunately. Myself included, because I like Mixer. I think integrating it, the integration of it with the dashboard, made it very accessible, very easy, and very unintimidating for newcomers, especially that don't really know how to work around other platforms like Hangouts or YouTube and things like that. And of course, we got to understand too. One other thing is that YouTube never put the ability to stream games on the apps on Xbox, because of the fact that their competitors. It's been on the PS4 all this time. It's never been on Xbox, and that's because of that, because that's their competitor. Okay, just like Amazon and Google with the Twitch. Okay, it's their competitors. That's why they never updated the app to keep it up to date on Xbox, but yet they did it on PlayStation. because PlayStation don't have no streams. They're not competing. They just have it on their console and that's it. They're not a competitor. They got to pay them. And Sony wasn't going to pay Microsoft to have Mixer on PS4 because they would have to split some of their earnings and the profits of whatever they make with them. They weren't going to do that. Sony wasn't going to agree to that. So that's why I never put it on there. So, you got to understand they're competing. They're telling the streamers go wherever you choose, but they're competing. You're in the same way I feel that if Microsoft does a way where you can easily just integrate an app for Facebook on Xbox, where you go to the apps, you just go in and you can stream right from there, not necessarily in the dashboard, but from the app on the Xbox, that is going to help at the end of the day to transition all the people there to Facebook Gaming if they really want to be on Facebook Gaming, or if they really want to help to make the transition easier. They really should look into it, because I think at the end of the day it'll be beneficial and help out, and people feel less stressed about it. That's just my opinion. I feel that would be a good thing. Of course, making sure that they, address the security issues, that no information is going to be passed to anybody without any consent form or permission from the actual person that's the streamer or that owns that profile. Okay, guys, thanks a lot, man, for sticking around and hearing me out. That was my thoughts on the Mixer situation. I'm going to do another video on top of this, talking about one more thing. So hopefully you'll come back and stay tuned. Give me a thumbs up if you like. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't like. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of what I said in my statement, in my thoughts, and my opinions. If you agree, if you disagree, whatever it is. It's always interesting to know. It's always good for conversation. And as always, you guys can always check me out on my Instagram under C_respect and on Twitter under Hebot Powerful Gamer. And if you ever want to help me out in any way, shape, or form, my channel, like you guys know, in any way to grow and get better content, better quality, camera, whatever, you guys know how to do it. It's all down in the description below. See you in the next one, guys. Hebot signing off. Love you very much. And until the next one. Bye-bye.